Hey crypto friends, how's it going? I'm Michael Zelbel. In this video, I would like to use Ethereum as collateral on Anchor protocol. And then I want to borrow something against this collateral and deposit it in order to earn interest. I'm totally thrilled that Anchor protocol now accepts bonded Ethereum as a collateral, as they just onboarded that. And I want to make use of that. Now you might know this position on Anchor protocol from former videos of mine. I went into this position with $2,000 worth of bonded Luna. The Luna appreciated nicely. I took $2,200 profit so far and it's still worth $3,200. So that developed really good because Luna appreciated. And also in the beginning, the net APR for borrowing was much higher. 10 weeks ago when I started, it was at 226%. Now the net APR is down to 24.65%. So it's not as profitable anymore to borrow on Anchor protocol. But I think nevertheless, this is an excellent way to leverage a cryptocurrency that I want exposure to. And I definitely want to keep exposure to Luna and also to Ethereum. I believe Ethereum is, of course, very promising. Having said that, I have to tell you, this is no financial advice. You know that, right? So when I buy cryptocurrencies or put them over here, it's just what I do. You have to do your own research and then take your own decisions. I think my decision for Anchor protocol was good. The whole thing is now worth 5,441. And it would make sense to deposit my ETH in the same position under the same wallet over here, because then my collateral would be diversified. But at the same time, I would like to keep things very simple and very transparent for myself. That's why I prefer to separate these positions so I see exactly which coin has done what for me in which time and at what point would I get liquidated on the borrow side. So that's why I want to use a completely separate Terra address, and I open that in a separate browser. I have my Brave browser over here from brave.com, and I installed two wallets. One is the MetaMask wallet from metamask.io, and the other one is the Terra Station wallet from station.terra.money. There is a link to the wallet, and there I have installed the browser plugin. Now with these two wallets, I can handle all the Terra currencies like UST or now bonded ETH, and I can have ETH in my MetaMask. In fact, there is still a little bit of ETH from a previous transaction, but I will put $2,000 worth of ETH into this wallet today, because I went onto Binance 2 days ago and I had a look at the price of Ethereum. It was traded around $3,200. And I thought, what would be a really, really cool price for me to buy Ethereum? And I decided below 3,000 would be fantastic. So I opened a limit order for $2,000 at a price of $2,958. I didn't expect this order to fill, but at some point in the night, Ethereum went down to 2,981 and the order filled with 0.67002 Ethereum. I do this quite often. When I want to have a cryptocurrency, but it's not urgent, then I put in a limit order at a very, very low price, just hoping that it fills. And so often it just fills out of the blue at some point. So I think being patient when purchasing crypto pays off. I had a bit of luck there. Okay, I will send this Ethereum, this 0.67 Ethereum, to my MetaMask wallet. On Binance, we have the fiat and spot. I have my Ethereum over here at the top. I click on withdraw. And then I need the address of my MetaMask wallet. I open the wallet, click on the address to copy it, paste it in here. There we go. As a network, I select Ethereum, and the amount is the maximum amount. Let's withdraw that. Continue. I have to request a verification code by email. So I click Get Code. I'm not going to film my email account, but I copy the code from over there and paste it in over here. Now I need the code from my Google Authenticator app on my phone and submit. Good. This is on its way. It says it takes approximately 12 hours, but it will never take that long. So this took about 2 minutes over here. On the website, it still says processing, but when I have a look in my MetaMask, then my ETH already arrived. Good. With the ETH in my MetaMask, I will head over to Lido Finance, because the first thing I have to do is to stake my ETH for Ethereum 2.0. Over here, they explain a little bit about this process. I click on Stake Now, and I have to connect my MetaMask wallet. Okay, this is connected. As an amount, I will select the 0.67 ETH that I purchased on Binance. Over here, it says transaction fee is $23. Well, this is typical for Ethereum. The transaction costs are quite high, but I can't do anything about that. Submit. I have to supply my password for MetaMask. Unlock, confirm. And for my 0.67 ETH, I should now get 0.67 STETH or staked ETH. I will not see that in my MetaMask because I didn't add staked ETH as a token over there. But maybe I can do that on the next page. It's also on lido.fe, but it's anchor.lido.fe. And on this page, I can convert STETH to BETH. For that, I have to connect the MetaMask wallet again. And here's a little plus icon, add token to wallet. Why not do that just for fun? It's not necessary, but why not? And now, when I add the token, I can see my staked ETH over here. So this is done, but I will directly use my staked ETH. I click on maximum, and now I need my Terra wallet address to deposit the BETH in that wallet. So I go to my Terra wallet and copy the address over here. Copy it, paste in here. Good. So first I have to unlock the token, which costs me another $13. Confirm. And now I can convert the STETH into BETH and directly send it over to my Terra wallet. Convert. That cost me again $29. Oh my goodness. Confirm. And waiting. Okay, it took about 5 minutes to complete, but now I should see the BETH in my wallet. Here it is, 0.66999. Fantastic. With that, I can go to Anchor Protocol. Click on Web App and then connect my wallet. Connect wallet. I click on Terra Station extension. And there we are. Okay, on the Borrow tab, I should be able to provide BETH as a collateral now. Provide. I want the maximum amount. A transaction fee of 25 cents sounds so much nicer than a transaction fee of $25 on the Ethereum network. So proceed. Submit. And that's complete. Okay. Now I will borrow against my collateral. I go up to around 40%. Let's say I borrow 850 UST. Seed, submit, and that's complete. Finally, I go to the Earn tab and deposit the 850 UST over there. 850, proceed. I confirm in my TerraStation wallet. This way I get the APY of 19.47% on the 850 UST that I borrowed. Okay, cool. I will keep an eye on that. Let's see how this develops. I hope that Ethereum will appreciate over the next couple of weeks as well. Maybe not as much as Luna, but still. And I am super happy that I can park a bit of Ethereum in Anchor protocol now. If this video is helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see what else I'm doing in DeFi, why not subscribe to this channel? With that said, I hope I see you in the next video.